Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back to another Raw and Smackdown review. And obviously we didn't upload last week. Anyways, moving on. Okay, so starting off with Raw. Blinking. Okay, so Raw started off. They did a tribute for the mass shootings in Texas and Ohio. And then after that, they just awkwardly cut into Joe screaming. Samoa Joe. I just put Joe. I'm so lazy. If we're looking down, we don't have a script. It's just so we can remember everything that happened. Anyways, from both shows. So Samoa Joe cut a promo. It wasn't even a promo. He was basically screaming about how he didn't try to kill Roman Reigns. And then after that promo, I feel like something else. No. Anyways, the first match was Becky and Charlotte versus Trish and Natalya. Basically skip forward to the end of the match. Becky and Charlotte won because Natalya got herself disqualified because she put Becky in the sharpshooter and
didn't let go.
She's a fucking idiot. And then Trish kind of like helped Becky and Charlotte just walked off, and that match was pretty disappointing, honestly, especially with those people. But did we expect anything less? No.
Trish wasn't in the match.
Yeah, I was pissed off about that.
They said no about Trish.
Alright, and then the second match was Andrade versus Rey Mysterio.
Andrade won. Finally, a match that actually ends in something that's not a disqualification. And it was a good match. So
great. So, and then there was a 24/7 segment, which we don't care about. And then Becky cut a promo, and I don't know why I don't remember Natalya. What did Natalya say?
It was Becky said something, and then it cut to Natalya's response, and all she said was pretty much all Natalya said is that she's gonna put the sharpshooter in on Becky and win the title at Summerslam, which is not gonna happen.
Well, I don't even remember her saying that. Probably because she was only on for 2 seconds. But yeah,
and it was irrelevant.
Becky cut a pretty good promo, because she's good on the mic, and she's good in interviews, and she's good talking in general. Now's not the time, children. And then what's next on the list? Okay, skipping that. So I have a headache even thinking about this. It's a whole mess. This is gonna aggravate me to even talk about, so I'm just composing myself now before I go off on all these hoes. So, Seth showed up to Raw. Homeboy's so fucking extra. He had a chair, but he was limping to the ring. I'm like, homeboy, we cannot be doing this. We cannot. We cannot be looking like motherfucking Boo Boo the Fool the week before SummerSlam, or the week of SummerSlam, matter of fact.
We thought that he was like
we thought since Brock attacked him last week, that he was gonna, you know, retaliate and get revenge, because that's what they do most of the time in storylines. Like, someone attacks someone and then they get revenge the next week. But apparently they can't do that with Seth. So he got his ass beat again. But Brock just left this time. He didn't continue to, like, beat his ass. So, and then Seth cut a promo. We don't have time to rant about Seth in this video, but that's a whole nother story. So moving on from that fucking disaster. Then it was the New Day versus the OC, but somehow it led into the New Day and Ricochet versus AJ and the OC. What happened?
It ended in disqualification because AJ and
okay,
Ricochet
okay.
came out.
And then after New Day and Ricochet versus AJ and OC, which, why don't I remember Ricochet, like, at all? I, like, vaguely do.
Because I don't think we were paying attention.
Who won that match?
AJ and New Day.
Okay. And then the last match of the night was the women's tag titles, which they should have had this match at SummerSlam. Like, everyone was saying they were going to have a triple threat. It was going to be a triple threat tag team match for the titles. It was going to be Iconics versus Mandy and Sonya versus the Kabuki Warriors. Alexa and Nikki didn't even need to be in it, if I'm being completely honest. But they had a Fatal 4-Way tag team match. And, no, it was actually an elimination match, which we missed. The Iconics were eliminated first, so we knew we were going to have new tag team champions. And I honestly wouldn't have cared if it was Mandy and Sonya, to be completely honest. Like, I wanted it to be the Kabuki Warriors, but I didn't care. but they fucking gave them to Alexa and Nikki. Carmella or someone said you don't even have a tag team name. Like to Alexa and Nikki.
Yeah, they don't.
I thought that was funny. I don't remember who said that on Twitter. And then Roman. I remember what happened with Roman on Smackdown, but what happened with him on Raw?
The car.
That was Raw?
Mm-hmm.
So Roman got hit by a car, and then Joe came out to confront him, but then he ended up helping him, and it was this whole... Anyways. And then the last thing that happened was Miz TV, and to be completely honest with you guys, we know Goldberg is going to be facing Dolph instead of The Miz, but we turned Raw off. Yeah, that's how bad it was.
Yeah, I believe after that Seth thing, we stopped paying attention.
Yeah, and especially after they did that with the women's tag titles, there's literally no interest in Raw anymore. Like, there's none.
So, after SummerSlam, if Clownery continues, we're done with Raw. So, we will have a Raw review.
Smackdown review, every Wednesday. Okay, Smackdown review. The first thing they did was they had a Charlotte and Trish promo, which was good. I hate us. But it was only a few minutes long. Okay, that Charlotte and Trish promo was good, though. And then Dolph versed Rey Mysterio. And then... Didn't that end in disqualification?
Yeah, the match didn't even happen. Dolph attacked Rey.
Oh, yeah. And then Ali came out, which is random, but we were like, alright. And then Dolph and Ali had a match.
And Dolph surprisingly won fair and square.
Yeah. It was a short match, but I mean, great.
And then Roman had an interview. And then it, ended weirdly.
Oh, yeah. And then... Oh, I lied. We did have a women's match. I forgot about that. Natalya versus Ember. And they had Natalya do the same thing she did Becky, which was the match ended in a disqualification because Natalya, did the sharpshooter and, she wouldn't let go.
What makes me mad is that they made Ember Moon look terrible just to make Natalya look good. And Ember Moon is young talent. So
and Ember Moon is up for the SmackDown Women's Championship at SummerSlam. So if anything, they should have made her look good. Really? They're trying to build Natalya up, and I get what they're trying to do in a way, but they're not doing it the right way, and no one cares. Not a single person cares about Natalya. I'm sorry, and she's not winning. Period, boo. And then it was, okay, Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens cut a promo for their match, and Kevin basically said that he mocked Shane, which is funny, and then he said that since Kevin's putting his career on the line, so should Shane, but Shane obviously said no, and then Shane beat Kevin's ass.
Which was annoying. He flipped the announce table on this house, so...
And yeah, then that segment was over. And then it was Aleister Black versus Sami Zayn, which we're really pissed about this, because this was supposed to be a SummerSlam match. And last minute, apparently Vince changed it, because I heard he changed the script for SmackDown literally an hour and a half before the show started. He completely rewrote it. So I know this was him. Based off of how bad these last few things of the show were, I know that was him.
I heard he did Raw like that, too.
So... Aleister versus Sami, they had a match and Aleister won. But I mean, that match was supposed to be at SummerSlam, and it could have been so much better and so much longer if it was at SummerSlam. And I'm really pissed because now Aleister Black or Sami Zayn aren't going to be at SummerSlam.
A lot of people are off the card. Rey's off the card, Andrade's off the card, Ali, the Intercontinental Champion.
Then the last match was the New Day versus Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan, which ended in a disqualification and was longer than it needed to be. And... yeah, Eric Rowan threw the stairs or something, and it ended in disqualification. This last segment is what pisses me off. I have a sore throat, you can probably tell, I'm so sorry. Anyways, the last segment on SmackDown... Stop! You're gonna knock it over! Was, I don't even want to talk about this fucking clown, I really don't. So Roman trying to figure out who is trying to murder him. And he comes back into the locker room and says, get out, and they get out, because everyone's scared of Roman. And then, he said, everyone get out except for Buddy Murphy. So, I'm like, okay. So, Roman basically asked Murphy if, he's the one who's trying to murder him, or if he knows who it is, and he yeets this bitch halfway across Alaska. And then, and then it ended with Roman asking, who did this? Do you know who did it? And Buddy Murphy said it was Eric Rowan. And that's how SmackDown ended.
We waited that whole time.
Actually, I saw a clip of Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan, like, talking. I don't know if it was an interview, so I don't know if we missed that at the very end.
We did, because our freaking stupid TV shuts off, like, ends the show, like, way too early.
But sometimes they have backstage interviews that they don't air, so I don't know which one that was. But apparently, Daniel and Eric had a mini interview, and I only knew about this from Twitter, else I wouldn't have known about it. Roman is on the front of the poster for SummerSlam, and they're gonna make him face Eric Rowan.
Either that or they're making him face Daniel Bryan. Which, honestly, Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns is way better than the Daniel Bryan versus Eric
But it's not
Rowan.
gonna be Daniel Bryan, because why else would they have Buddy Murphy say it was Eric Rowan? It was obviously to build up something.
Well, they both had to be there.
I'm pissed about the whole Roman situation, because they should have built a storyline up for him leading up to SummerSlam a long time ago, like weeks ago. And they should have made it a good-ass feud. Like, Roman deserves so much better than this, and it's pissing me off. In conclusion, I hate WWE right now. There's really nothing else to it. Like, we'll probably make a whole different video ranting about, like, how we feel about WWE right now, but we have some very strong emotions. Some of y'all have to be real mad at me, but it must be said. Now my voice hurts even more from talking, so that was all for this video. Yeah, so we're gonna film our predictions for SummerSlam, and I think I'm gonna put that video up on Saturday. So yeah, be looking out for that. It'll probably be a lot shorter, obviously, because we're just gonna talk about our predictions. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, sadly, and yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Okay, are we ready? Get up. Okay. What do we say? Welcome back to our review. My phone's dying as we speak. What do we say?
This is a mess. Welcome back to another Raw and Smackdown review.